So what is scatter chart? We'll discuss now. Scatter chart visual. So let me add the visual and I'll discuss about it when we need to use it. I'm taking a scatter chart here, and first, before we talk about the purpose of the scatter chart, we'll talk about the field wells and then we'll explain it. So details, legend, x-axis, y-axis, size, lot of field wells are there. Size, tooltip, play axis, tooltip. Almost 7 field wells are there in the scatter chart. 7 field wells are there. Now let's talk about each field well. Let's talk about each field well. So in the scatter chart, I want to show region-wise sales and profit. I want to compare sales and profit for each region. I want to compare sales and profit for each region. Whenever we need to compare sales and profit for each region, I want to go and present in scatter chart. So region-wise, region is a dimension column. First dimension column, want to drag into the details. First dimension column, we want to drag into where? Details. So region column, you need to drag it to the details. And first fact column, region wise sales, sales into the x-axis. So first fact column into the x-axis, sales is the first fact column I need to show, x-axis. And it is showing the sales values in the x-axis. This is the x-axis. And you can even show region names. This is one region and this is another region, another region, another region. You're not seeing the names, right? You can go to the format. You can go and enable the category label. When you enable the category labels, display category labels, so you can see. So it is showing South region is doing approximately 0.4 million sales, Central is doing 0.5 million sales, and East is doing around 6.8 million sales, 0.68 million or something, around 0.7 million sales West is doing. So it is showing some sales. And second fact column, you can drag it to y-axis. I want to drag second column to the y-axis. Region wise sales and profit, right? I want to show profit column to the y-axis. So here in the scatter chart, I want to show region wise sales and profit. Region wise sales and profit. Region wise sales and profit. Whenever you need to show region wise sales and profit, region into the details, sales into the x-axis, and profit into the y-axis. Next fact column, you need to drag into the y-axis. Now you'll see the visual like this. So here you can compare for two different regions. I can compare South and Central. So compare South and Central sales and profit. So which region is doing more sales? South region is doing more sales or Central region is doing more sales? Now you are, see, what it will show is, you are showing sales in the x-axis, you are showing profit in the y-axis. So what scatter chart will give is, the intersection of sales and profit it will give. Central region, we're having a sales of approximately 0.5 million and we have a profit of 40k. The intersection of these two, you will get a bubble. You'll get a bubble. So for region wise sales and profit you are showing, the intersection of sales and profit will get one bubble, guys. You get one bubble. East region is doing around 0.7 million sales. It is doing around 90k profit. It is giving around 90k profit. 90k profit. The intersection of these two will get a bubble. You are showing profits here and you are going to say, you are showing sales in the x-axis. The intersection of sales and profit, you will get a bubble. And now tell me, South region is doing more sales or Central region is doing more sales? South region is doing more sales or Central region is doing more sales? When you go towards right, South is doing less, then Central is doing more, East is doing some more, West is doing some more. When you go towards right, that means the regions which are there in the right side, they are doing more sales. The regions which are there in the left side, they are doing less sales. Here when compared South with Central, Central is doing more sales. And tell me in the same way, which region is doing more profits? So the regions which are in the bottom, they're doing less profits. The regions which are in the top, they're doing more profits. When you compare South and Central, central is giving less profits than south region. Central is giving less profits than, even though central region is giving more sales, is doing more sales, but profits are less. So when you compare central with south, central is giving more sales for us, even though as it have more sales, but when it comes to profits, profits are less. And west region is the one where we have more sales and more profits. Both the values are more for the west region. Both the values are more for the west region. Yes. Yes. So here when you need to, one second guys. So west region is the one which is giving more sales and more profits. Whenever we need to compare, two measure values, then we can go and present the data in the scatter chart guys. When you need to present the data in the scatter chart is, so here for a dimension values, I need to compare two measure values. Whenever you need to compare two measure values, then go and present in the scatter chart. I want to understand which one is giving more sales and more profits, or which one is doing more sales or less profits. Like this I want to compare. So here when you compare south and central, even though it is doing more sales, it have less profits. So west is the region where we have more sales and more profits. Whenever you need to show any data, two measure values, when you need to compare, so better to go and present in the scatter chart. Whenever we need to compare two measure values, whenever we need to compare two measure values, whenever we need to compare two measure values, we need to use scatter chart guys. We need to use scatter chart, right? Whenever we need to compare, two measure values, we need to use scatter chart. So here I'm comparing two measure values, sales and profit. Just give me 1 second. Someone is not able to access the meeting link. They're pinging me. You can show. So I said that dimension column you need to drag it to the details. First fact column you need to drag it to the sales, and second fact column you need to drag it to the first fact column to the x-axis and second fact column to the y-axis. And the next one is if you want to drag second dimension column, where we can drag it. If you want to drag second dimension column, we can drag it into second dimension column. You can drag it to the legend guys. You can drag it to the legend. Just give me 1 second guys. I'll share the meeting link to her. I'll get back to you. Too much. Whenever you need to use second dimension column, the second dimension column you can drag it to the legend guys. There is another field with the name legend where we can drag the second dimension column. Let's assume I want to show region wise, category wise sales and profit. Region wise, category wise sales and profit. When you want to show region wise, category wise sales and profit, you can drag the category column to the legend. Before I drag it to the legend, so before we go here, so now you are showing every bubble with same size. In this scatter chart, you are showing, some people will call scatter chart as bubble chart also. scatter chart or bubble chart. Now you are showing every bubble with same size, every bubble with same size. I want to differentiate the bubbles. I want to differentiate the bubbles with size. I want to differentiate the bubbles with size. So how I want to differentiate is the regions which have more sales, I want to show bigger bubble. The regions which have less sales, I want to show small bubble. So when you want to differentiate the bubble size, there is a field well called size. I want to give the bubble size based on sales value. I can go and drag the sales value to the bubble. The size, I can go and drag the sales column to the size. When I drag the sales column to the size, the regions which have less sales, you can see in small bubble. The region which we have more sales, you can see in a bigger bubble. You can even increase the bubble size. Go to the format, go to the shapes, you can increase some size. You can see the difference here. The regions which have more sales, you are seeing bigger bubble. The regions which have less sales, you are seeing small bubble here. Right. When I want to show a region wise, category wise sales and profit, we understand if you want to drag second dimension column, the second dimension column I can drag it to where legend. Second dimension column I can drag it to legend. So drag category to the legend, which will show region wise what is happening. It is not allowing. Okay. So when I drag category here, it will show region wise, category wise sales. When you hover here, you can see this is East region, technology, this is the sales, and this is the profit. Intersection of these two, you'll get a bubble. So you will